meditate on the Divine Lord and pray for the well-being of the whole humanity. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Stapakaya Dharmasya Sarvadharmaswarupine Stapakaya Dharmasya Sarvadharmaswarupine Avataravarishthaya Ramakrishna Te Namah. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, the embodiment of all religions, the Supreme God Incarnate. Let us pray to Him to lead us from the unreal to the real, to lead us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge, to lead us from death to immortality. We have been discussing some of the topics taken from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Profound teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna has specifically pointed out ways and means of reaching the supreme abode, to get absolute freedom. So today I take the topic under the profound teachings, opening the gates of immortality. The way to kingdom of God is opened to those who establish well in cardinal virtues. So it's very important how we should give utmost attention for developing cardinal virtues, very essential for the success in spiritual life. Sri Krishna also tells in the Bhagavad Gita how it is very important to cultivate the noble virtues, Daivi Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. Virtue, it has got supreme value in the field of spirituality. Virtue is strength, it is power, and it is the key to peace. So if you are aspiring for everlasting peace, undoubtedly you have to give utmost importance for cultivating virtues. A virtuous person is ever happy. He is ever peaceful and he is ever prosperous. There are a number of virtues are there. Take up any one virtue and develop it to a very high degree of perfection. Eradicate in toto its opposite evil quality, even in its most subtle form. In a way, one has to meditate on these virtues and their benefits and the methods of cultivating them. That means a spiritual seeker must concentrate well on these virtues. It's very important, as I said, these virtues make the person enter into the kingdom of God. They pave the way for opening the gates of immortality. Sri Ramakrishna said in the Gospel, in order to realize God, one must assume one of these attitudes: Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya or Madhur. 5 attitudes are there. You can take any one of these attitudes. The rishis of ancient times, whose only aim was spiritual life and spiritual goal, they didn't want anything else to come in its way. So they cherished the attitude of Shanta, that is serenity. So they would retire to the forest to live in uplifting atmosphere of nature, so that they can fully concentrate on the spiritual ideas, so that they are not disturbed by the worldly ways of distraction. They didn't desire any worldly enjoyment. Once the mind goes after the worldly enjoyment, it cannot come back. It just got stuck up there. So they knew very well how dangerous it is to allow the mind to drift from the spiritual goal. So very seriously and very sincerely they would devote their time in pursuing the attitude of serenity. So be tranquil within. Let the inner peace and joy radiate through a serene countenance. A serene countenance is peaceful, smiling and serious, and does not betray any violent emotions. It is like the surface of a still lake. So, serenity, we have to meditate on this quality. Try to develop serenity. Establish well in that attitude. Then Sri Ramakrishna again tells, a little spiritual discipline is necessary. Through the practice of discipline, one gradually obtains divine joy. Suppose a jar with money inside is hidden deep under the earth, and someone wants to possess it. What he should do? In that case, he must take the trouble of digging for it. As he digs, he perspires. After much digging, the spade strikes the metal jar. He feels a thrill at the sound. The more sound the spade makes, striking against the jar, the more joy he feels. Then Sri Ramakrishna tells to the disciple, pray to Rama, meditate on him. He will certainly provide you with everything. So be regular in our daily habits and in our work and spiritual practices. That means you will have to get up at a particular time, be clock-like in your daily activities. You will be free from worries, fear, anxiety and tension. You will do the right thing at the right moment. So regularity is another important quality which the spiritual seeker should cherish and cultivate, so that he can go towards the spiritual goal. Thirdly, there is another quality which Sri Ramakrishna has specified in the Gospel. Once Surendra, a wealthy devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, a late disciple, he invited Sri Ramakrishna to his house. Sri Ramakrishna arrived there with some of his devotees. The image of the Divine Mother had been installed in the worship hall. As soon as Sri Ramakrishna came, he bowed down and offered some flowers at the lotus feet of the Divine Mother. Then he came to the courtyard and sat on a carpet. A few bolsters lay on the carpet, which was covered with a white linen sheet. Sri Ramakrishna was asked to lean against one of these, but Sri Ramakrishna pushed it aside and said, to lean against a bolster? You see, it's very difficult to give up vanity. You may discriminate saying that the ego is nothing at all, but still it comes. Nobody knows from where. A goat's legs jerk for a moment, even after its head has been cut off. Or perhaps you are frightened in a dream. You shake off sleep and are wide awake, but still you feel your heart palpitating. Egotism is exactly like that. You may drive it away, but still it appears from somewhere. Then you look sullen and say, what? I have not been shown proper respect? And then Sri Ramakrishna says, as for me, I consider myself as a speck of the dust of the devotee's feet. Don't boast about yourself. Don't boast about your position. Don't boast about your qualifications and other things. Try to see always good qualities in others. Praise them wholeheartedly. Treat even the lowliest creatures as your equal and show them due respect. So, Sri Ramakrishna is suggesting that one should cultivate absence of vanity. One should be free from vanity. So humbleness is very important in spiritual life. Then again Sri Ramakrishna said, innumerable are the ways that lead to God. There are the paths of jnana, of karma, and of bhakti. If you are sincere, you will attain God in the end, whichever path you follow. Let your words agree with the thoughts. Let your actions agree with your words. And let there be harmony among your thoughts, words and actions. So sincerity, the fourth cardinal virtue which Sri Ramakrishna emphasizes for the spiritual seekers. The fifth one is simplicity. Sri Ramakrishna said, one cannot realize God without the faith that knows no guile, the simple faith of a child. Be artless, be simple in your utterances, do not twist words, be plain, avoid diplomacy, cunningness and crookedness. Be simple in everything. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, if a man holds to truth, he will certainly realize God. Be truthful. Stick to your promises and keep up your words. Be aware of what you are talking. Be aware of your goal. And so, veracity, the sixth cardinal virtue. Then comes equanimity. So when dealing with truthfulness, Sri Ramakrishna points out, no doubt one should speak truthfully, one should speak sweetly, one should be precise in what he speaks. The next cardinal virtue, equanimity. Be calm. Of course, when you are in the world, when you are doing the job, when you are moving with people, all sorts of temperaments, you are bound to be insulted, sometimes without any of your fault, yet you must bear it calmly. You must develop forbearance, bear injury, bear suffering, bear failures and disrespect calmly, quietly, silently. Do not be elated by praise, pleasure, success and honor. Look upon both with equal vision. Behave alike towards friends and foes. Never let anything disturb your inner peace. Lord Krishna also has said in the Bhagavad Gita how one should conduct oneself, how one should practice equanimity. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo. Like that Lord Krishna gives the message. Then the eighth cardinal virtue, fixity. Remember that you can't achieve anything if you are fickle-minded. That means you need to be strong. You need to be straightforward. You need to be simple and sincere and truthful. All this must be followed up meticulously in our daily activities. In our daily life, you must always hold on to these qualities, constantly meditating on them and following them up. Remember, you can't achieve anything if you are fickle-minded. Choose your goal or ideal. Once you have chosen it, constantly remember it. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Tasmat kaleshu sarveshu ma manusmara. Always remember me, all the time. How true it is. Never let it go out of mind even for a moment. That means how one has to be vigilant and alert all the time. It is very important in order to prevent the mind drifting away from the spiritual goal. So, the eighth quality is fixity, fixing the ideal, goal and ideal. Next comes non-irritability. Irritability is a precursor of violent outbursts of anger. Watch carefully for the disturbance in the mental equilibrium. Watch for the ripples of anger that might rise in the lake of the mind. Quell them then and there. Don't allow them to assume greater proportions. If you allow them, then you will be in great trouble. Your mind becomes revengeful and you can never be calm and quiet anymore. So, don't allow them to assume greater proportions. That's the way to maintain peacefulness in the mind. The 10th quality is adaptability. Understand well the nature of people with whom you come into contact. Adjust your mode of approach to them. Adjust yourself in such a way as to be pleasing to them. Joyfully bear with the eccentricities of others. Always react in a harmonious manner. Have the attitude of serving. Serve them all and love them all. Have the feeling that the Lord dwells in the hearts of all as the self of all. Then humility. Respect everybody. Bow with folded hands. Don't talk in a loud voice before elders and venerable persons. Always maintain reverential attitude towards the elders. See the Lord in all and feel that you are His servant, and so the servant of all. Consider none as inferior to you. That's the way to practice humility. Then comes tenacity. This is a natural friend of fixity. Once you have fixed your aim and chosen your path, hold on to it. Never waver. Particularly in foreign countries we have seen, they keep on changing the gurus. Every spiritual speaker in foreign country will have at least 4, 5, 6 gurus. So you can imagine how one could march onwards in spiritual life, having too many gurus, following none of them seriously. Hold on to one path, hold on to one ideal, hold on to one guru, and walk without any break. You will reach the goal. Once you attain the truth, you will understand everything. Nothing remains secret afterwards. The whole mystery will be revealed to the person who has seen God. So you must have firm attitude. I may give up my life, but I will not swerve from the path. I will not break my vows. That determination must be there. That's called tenacity. Then comes integrity. Develop an integral personality. Tie all the loose ends of your character. Become a person of high moral principles. Lead a life of righteousness. Let righteousness waft its sweet fragrance from you. Then nobility. Shun mean-mindedness as dung and poison. Never look into the defects of others. Always appreciate the good qualities of everyone. If you constantly dwell upon the defects of others, in a way you are helping those people, because you are transferring their sins to your own mind. To that extent, those people become little purified. Their job becomes easier. So, you must be very careful. You must be very sensitive. Always appreciate the good qualities of everyone. Have that attitude of looking good at everything. Be dignified in bearing. Never stoop to ignoble thoughts, words and actions. Then comes magnanimity. Take a broad view of things. Be great and noble-minded in whatever you do. Ignore the faults of others. Avoid silly talk and childish prattle. Let not the mind dwell on little things and insignificant things. Then charity. Give, give and give. This is the secret of abundance. Radiate thoughts of goodness and love. Forgive the faults of others. Bless the man who injures you. Share what you have with others. Disseminate spiritual knowledge to one and all. Use the material wealth, knowledge and spiritual wisdom that you possess as a divine trust. Then generosity. In whatever you give, be liberal. Have a large heart. Never be miserly. Take delight in the joy of others, in making them happy. Generosity is a sister virtue of charity. It is a fulfillment of charity, magnanimity, and nobility. Then, finally, purity. Be pure at heart. Eradicate lust, anger, and greed. Be pure in your thoughts. Think of Divine Lord always. Think of the well-being of all. Be pure in your words. Never utter harsh, unkind words. Be pure in body. Keep it clean and healthy. Let the dress and surroundings be clean. Observe the rules of physical, moral, and spiritual hygiene. So these 18 cardinal virtues will pave the way for you to march into the kingdom of God. They will open for you the gates of immortality. You will certainly achieve great success in this life itself. A person who possesses these qualities in a very large measure is a saint indeed. So, Sri Ramakrishna has given all these pearls of wisdom. Just we have to practice them in order to experience that heavenly peace and joy. Page 746. How many other visions I saw while meditating during my sadhana. Once I was meditating under the bell tree when sin appeared before me and tempted me in various ways. He came to me in the form of an English soldier. He wanted to give me wealth, honor, sex pleasure, various occult powers and such things. I began to pray to the Divine Mother. Now I am telling you something very secret. The mother appeared. I said to her, "Kill him, mother, kill him." I still remember that form of the mother, her world bewitching beauty. She came to me taking the form of Krishna Mahi, the young daughter of Balaram Bose. But it was as if her glance moved the world. Sri Ramakrishna became silent. Resuming his reminiscences, he said, "How many other visions I saw, but I am not permitted to tell them. Someone is shutting my mouth, as it were. I used to find no distinction between the sacred Tulasi and the insignificant Sajana leaf. The feeling of distinction was entirely destroyed. Once I was meditating under the banyan tree when I was shown a Mussalman with a long beard. He came to me with rice in an earthen plate. He fed some of the Mussalmans with the rice and also gave me a few grains to eat. The mother showed me that there exists only one and not two. It is Satchidananda alone that has taken all these various forms. He alone has become the world and its living beings. Again, it is He who has become food." To Girish M. and others, Sri Ramakrishna said, "I have the nature of a child." Hridaya said to me, "Uncle, ask the mother for some occult powers. At once I went to the temple to ask her about them. At that time, God had put me in such a state that I had to listen to those who lived with me. I felt like a child who sees darkness all around unless someone is with him. I felt as if I should die unless Hriday was near me. You see, I am in that state of mind just now. While I am speaking to you, my inner spirit is being awakened. As Sri Ramakrishna uttered these words, he was on the point of plunging into samadhi and losing consciousness of time and space, but he was trying with the utmost difficulty to control himself. He said to the devotees in an ecstatic mood, "I still see you, but I feel as if you had been sitting here forever. I don't recall when you came or where you are." Sri Ramakrishna was silent a few minutes. Then, regaining partial consciousness, he said, "I shall have a drink of water." He often said things like this after samadhi in order to bring down his mind to the ordinary plane of consciousness. Girish was a newcomer and did not know this, so he started to bring some water. Sri Ramakrishna asked him not to, saying, "No, my dear sir, I can't drink now." The master and the devotees were silent a while. Sri Ramakrishna resumed the conversation. Master said to him, "Well, have I done any wrong in telling these secret experiences?" Yam did not know what to say and kept quiet. Master said, "Why should there be any harm in it? I have told these things to create faith in you all." After a while he said to Yam very humbly, "Will you kindly bring him here?" He referred to Purna. Master Mahashai, hesitating, said, "Yes, sir, I shall send for him this very moment." Master asked eagerly, In Purna I have reached the post." Was Sri Ramakrishna hinting that Purna was perhaps the last devotee of his inner circle? Sri Ramakrishna then described to Girish, him and other devotees, his own experience of Mahabhava. Master said to the devotees, "My joy after that experience was equal to the pain I suffered before it. Mahabhava is a divine ecstasy. It shakes the body and mind to their very foundation. It is like a huge elephant entering a small hut. The house shakes to its foundation. Perhaps it falls to pieces. The burning pain that one feels when one is separated from God is not an ordinary feeling. It is said that the fire of this anguish in Rupa and Sanatana scorched the leaves of the tree under which they sat. I was unconscious 3 days in that state. I couldn't move. I lay in one place. When I regained consciousness, the Brahmani took me out for a bath. But my skin couldn't bear the touch of her hand, so my body had to be covered with a heavy sheet. Only then could she hold me with her hand and lead me to the bathing place. The earth that had stuck to my body while I was lying on the ground had become baked. In that state I felt as if a plowshare were passing through my backbone. I cried out, "Oh, I am dying! I am dying!" But afterwards I was filled with great joy. The devotees listened breathlessly to these experiences of the Master. Master said to Girish, "But it is not necessary for you to go so far. My experiences are for others to refer to. You busy yourself with 5 different things, but I have one ideal only. I don't enjoy anything but God. This is what God has ordained for me." Smilingly, Sri Ramakrishna said, "There are different trees in the forest, some shooting up with one trunk and others spreading out with 5 branches. Yes, my experiences are for others to refer to, but you should live in the world in a spirit of detachment. You will no doubt have dirt on your body, but you must shake it off as the mudfish shakes off the mud. You may swim in the black ocean of the world, but your body should not be stained. Girish said smilingly, but you two had to marry. Master said smilingly, marriage is necessary for the sake of samskara. According to Hindu religious law, marriage is one of the 10 samskaras or purificatory rites prescribed for the 3 higher castes, namely the Brahmin, Kshatriya and Vaishya. But how could I lead a worldly life? So uncontrollable was my divine fervor that every time the sacred thread was put around my neck, it dropped off. Some believe that Shukadev also had to marry for the sake of samskara. They say he even had a daughter. All laugh. Lust and gold alone is the world. It makes one forget God. Girish said, but how can we get rid of lust and gold? Master, pray to God with a yearning heart. Pray to Him for discrimination. God alone is real and all else illusory. This is discrimination. One strains water through a fine sieve in order to separate the dirt from it. The clear water goes through the sieve, leaving the dirt behind. Apply the sieve of discrimination to the world. Live in the world after knowing God. Then it will be the world of Vidya. We shall stop here. Any questions? Chant the name of the Lord and His glory unceasingly, that the mirror of the heart may be wiped clean and quench that mighty forest fire, worldly lust raging furiously within. O name, stream down in moonlight on the lotus heart, opening its cup to knowledge of thyself. O self, drowned deep in the waves of His bliss, tasting His nectar at every step, bathing in His name, that bath for weary souls. Various are thy names, O Lord, in each and every name thy power resides. No times are set, no rites are needful for chanting of thy name. So vast is thy mercy, how huge then is my wretchedness, who find in this empty life and heart no devotion to thy name. O may mind be humbler than a blade of grass, be patient and forbearing like a tree, take no honor to thyself, give honor to all, chant unceasingly the name of the Lord. O Lord and soul of the universe, mine is no prayer for wealth or retinue, the playthings of lust or the toys of fame, as many times as I may be reborn. Grant me, O Lord, a steadfast love for thee. A drowning man in this world's fearful ocean is thy servant, O sweet one. In thy mercy, consider him as dust beneath thy feet. Ah, how I long for the day when the instant separation from thee, O Lord, will be as 1,000 years, when my heart burns away with its desire, and the world without thee is a heartless void. Prostrate at thy feet let me be in unwavering devotion, neither imploring the embrace of thine arms, nor bewailing the withdrawal of thy presence, though it tears my soul asunder. O thou who stillest the hearts of thy devotees, do with me what thou wilt, for thou art my heart's beloved, thou and thou alone. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, and lead us from death to immortality. May all be free from dangers, may all realize what is good, may all be actuated by noble thoughts, may all rejoice everywhere. May all be happy, may all be free from disease, may all realize what is good, may none be subject to misery. May the wicked become virtuous, may the virtuous attain tranquility, may the tranquil be free from bonds, may the freed make others free. May good betide all people, may the sovereign righteously rule the earth, may all beings ever attain what is good, may the worlds be prosperous and happy. May the clouds pour rain in time, may the earth be blessed with crops, may all countries be freed from calamity, may holy men live without fear. May the Lord, the destroyer of sins, the presiding deity of all sacred works, be satisfied, for He being pleased, the whole universe becomes pleased. He being satisfied, the whole universe feels satisfied.